Good afternoon, dear teachers in the Startalk program for Portuguese Teachers edition 2017. It's with great pleasure that I am talking to you today to convey the schedule of our part, the fifth topic of this program. We will cover technology and intercultural communicative competence. Our main goal is to enable you to take advantage of technology that is at our reach and help your students to develop their intercultural communicative competence. Through our discussions, we are going to use technology to build an electronic magazine where you will share projects that you use or can use for your class. And I'm going to explain how we will do that. But before anything, how to get there? How are we going to do this? First of all, we will discuss the intercultural dimensions in the language class and how technology can promote the development of intercultural competence. For this, I ask you to read parts 1, 2, and 11 of the book Developing the Intercultural Dimension in Language Teaching, a Practical Introduction for Teachers, written by Michael Byram and others. It's a very simple book, and I am sure that you will enjoy reading these short chapters. The main question I would like you to answer as you read is, what is intercultural competence? And how do we put the concept of intercultural communication in practice when we use technology? To further the discussion of the advantages of the use of technology, I invite you to explore the aspects mentioned by Dr. Orlando Kelm on the link provided. He explains that technology, to be effective in language learning, should cover several aspects. We will focus only on the context by now. Just follow the link. Please watch the short videos in this part as they guide us through our discussion and practice. Finally, I invite you to read my own research on the use of technology in class. I described the evolution of technology until it reached social media as we have today on Facebook, Skype, and others. Now, the practice. Recently, with my advanced students in Portuguese, I have developed an electronic magazine. The interesting thing about it is that it can be read from any device connected to the internet. You can read it too. The title given to this magazine is O Brasil em Olhar Norte-Americano. Just click on the link for the issue magazine. The students were transformed into editors. There were 6 themes in our course, and to each one of them they wrote short essays that we published after a review. Let me share this magazine with you on my cell phone. Here. O Brasil em Olhar Norte-Americano. We can read from the cell phone, turning the pages. Here we have the table of contents and the chapters. The first chapter here we have art. Each student contributed with something interesting, and one of the chapters that they also prepared is the chapter that I also like to suggest. Turning the page, chapter on food, comida. We are going to do the same. How are we going to do this? We will transform our topic, technology and intercultural communicative competence, into a practical reality. You will learn how to make an electronic magazine just like this one. You will be authors now. I'm going to give you in this video here some pointers and the theme that I suggested. Food. This is a highly intercultural theme, and that's why I'd like to explore. I'd like you to prepare a lesson plan on food. Yes, that's right. How, in an intercultural perspective and with the support of technology, you teach the theme on food. You will also be giving a link for a Google Doc group where we will set up our magazine. We will work collaboratively with all that technology can offer us. On this Google Doc group, there will be an online PowerPoint with all the steps for the creation of our magazine, and another link to a folder where you add your own materials, your contribution to our electronic magazine. But first of all, to start with, I would like you to think about three important aspects. Who are your students? Are they kids, teenagers, adults? How many are they? Do they have any special interest? 2. What is their level in the language? Beginner, intermediate, advanced students? 3. On the theme of food. What do you like them to learn? What linguistic aspects are also important for them to develop their intercultural competence? Some examples. What do people in a Lusophone country eat for breakfast or during a celebration? And how it compares to their own country? Maybe you want them to learn how to make a recipe or to write a poem with new vocabulary on food. Who knows, you want them to compose a song in Portuguese about their favorite foods. Maybe they can discuss or write a comment about a short scene of a movie or a Brazilian soap opera where people gather around a dining table. What about if they create and perform a dialogue in a restaurant? How do they order food in Portuguese? How do they pay? Perhaps you can take them to a Brazilian or a Portuguese restaurant in your town, and after that they can write about it. When you talk about food, the possibilities are endless, and you can use as many intercultural elements as you wish to make them live and literally taste new experiences and flavors. Let us know your plan on teaching food in an intercultural perspective and send us this recipe. Yes, each contribution on how to teach about food will be a part of our own book. Recipes on teaching about food by the use of technology in an intercultural perspective. I really look forward to meeting each one of you. I am sure we will learn a lot with one another, and we will create and produce material that we can share with other friends and colleagues. Thank you so much. Muito obrigada e até lá.